This is a video about journaling for people who don't like journaling, or who maybe feel like they don't have enough time for journaling. I'm one of those people. Over the past 10 years, I've taken part in various forms of group therapy, one-on-one counseling, yoga workshops, and wellness seminars. And you want to know the one thing that keeps coming up again and again in all these mental health and wellness circles? Journaling. Yeah, some form of writing down your thoughts and feelings. I know, you. And what's even worse is now there's solid research to back up this practice that shows all the mental health benefits of journaling and writing down your thoughts and your feelings. I didn't want to hear that. Many of the journals you can buy in stores or these methods you see online are very elaborate and come with all kinds of prompts and goals and to-do lists. That might be great for some people, but for those of us who are already easily overwhelmed and don't even like journaling to begin with, that's a huge barrier. I remember even as a kid, I tried starting a diary because I thought that was the thing you do, right? I even had one of those classic little diaries with the lock on it that was given to me as a gift. I didn't get very far. I tried journaling again at different points in my life, but could never stick with it consistently. That is until 2020. For the past 5 years, I've been journaling pretty consistently. How? What changed? Well, I only journal once a week and I use 4 simple prompts. I call these 4 prompts mindset, gratitude, intention, and intuition. And I know, we're already getting a little woo-woo here, but stay with me because I will elaborate on this and it's not as woo-woo as it seems. There's a reason for these categories. I used to think journaling meant writing in a diary every day, pages and pages of your thoughts and feelings and what you did that day. And that's one of the big barriers that kept me from doing it consistently or even getting started in the first place. With my method, I only have to write things down once a week. And honestly, if I miss a week, it's no big deal. I just pick it up again the next week. Every Sunday, I grab my journal and it looks like this. At the top of the page, I write the date range, that week's dates, so I have some context and a record. This is important later. Then I write, this week I felt. And I write 3 to 5 points, bullet point style, of the big emotions I felt that week, kind of the theme for the week. So if it's, I felt content, anxious, excited, afraid. This is the mindset part, and this is going to set you up to keep track of your moods and what might be affecting them. You can even take it a step further and add some context next to these emotions, but that's not necessary. Just tracking your moods for the week is super helpful on its own. Next, I write, I was grateful for. And then again, I write 3 to 5 things I was grateful for over the past week. This is the gratitude part, and you can keep these really simple. It can be, I was grateful for a walk in the sunshine, my cat, my partner, my family, my friends, a good meal, whatever you want. Simpler the better. Now, gratitude, there's a ton of research behind this too, of how helpful it can be for your mental health to have a gratitude practice. For those of us with spicier brains, we tend to dwell on the negative and maybe look for the danger and the fear in things. And it can keep us in a bit of a critical mindset. But a gratitude practice breaks you out of that, and it helps you to focus on the simple things, the little things in life. Some people call these glimmers, other people call it looking for delight, but it's what lights you up. And it doesn't have to be major things. It's just simple, everyday things that make you feel grateful. And keeping track of these things that you're grateful for, just like tracking your mood, your mindset, you'll start to see a pattern emerge as you continue with this journaling practice. And they create little anchors for you, a little North Star to look for. So when you're feeling down, you can come back to this and remind yourself, what am I grateful for? After gratitude, it's intention. So next I write, I want to focus on. And I only write one thing. This is the one thing I want to focus on for the coming week. It's not a huge to-do list. For those of us who are easily overwhelmed, we want to keep it simple. If you've ever done a yoga class, you might have encountered this intention setting. What do you want your intention to be for the class? To give you some examples, things that I've wanted to focus on over the past year, getting more movement back in my life. Simple. From that, you can decide that I'm gonna go try and get out for a walk every day this week. But it's not, I'm gonna run a marathon and I'm gonna go to the gym 7 days a week and no. I wanna get more movement back in my life. However that works out for you. That's the focus. What else have I got? Oh, here's a good one. I wanna focus on making stuff. And then in brackets, create more than you consume. Ooh, that sets an intention for the week. So you'll come back to it. If you find you're scrolling on your phone too much, you think, I want to focus on making stuff. Put your phone down. What can I make right now? Maybe it's a nice dinner for yourself. Bake a batch of cookies. Maybe you like to draw, so you want to make a picture right then and there. That's an example of the intention setting I want to focus on. Finally, we have the intuition component. And for here, I write, I need. And this one kind of ties in with the I want to focus on, but it's one thing and it's connected to it. So it's I need blank in order to do the thing that I want to focus on, my intention. For instance, if I said I want to focus on getting more movement back in my life, then I write I need routine and commitment. Because it's not enough to just have a goal or a plan or a thing you want to do. You do have to have some sort of guide to get you there. And a lot of times we're kind of alienated from our true needs, especially when we're in that go, 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 working full time and maybe taking care of a family, trying to just get through everyday life. So getting in touch with your needs is essential. Setting that intention or focus without understanding what you need in order to get there is useless. But again, we're keeping it simple. Only 1 point each, so it's not a massive to-do list because we already have too many to-do lists. Most of us, I'd say our to-do lists are probably too long. So paring it back, essential, and you're just setting that theme for the week of what you want to focus on and what you need in order to do it. The beauty of this method is that it's way easier for me to stick with. I've been doing it for 5 whole years, and I'm going into my 6th year. I got my fresh journal for 2025 right here. It's bullet point style, so I don't need to write paragraphs about my thoughts and feelings, because I don't want to do that. I can look back and see patterns and recurring themes in that mindset and gratitude section, and even maybe identify triggers. Like I said earlier, you can add a little bit of context in with the mindset part. So if you had a week that was full of emotions like anger, fear, sadness, what were those factors that week? Was it a really stressful week at work? Did you have a fight with a friend or your partner or family? Keeping track of those things helps you identify those triggers for those feelings. And same with the gratitude. You can write a little context out for what you were feeling grateful for. If you maybe had a great night out with friends or a nice date night with your partner or a really great visit with your family, a great week at work where you got lots done, you felt super accomplished and proud of yourself. Gratitude. You get to see those patterns and that rhythm in your life. And the gratitude list is a great reminder of what's really important in our lives. Taking stock, especially for those of us with spicy brains who might be a little more wired for doom and gloom.
It's not you.
It's not me at all. This is something I came up with on my own, just based on my own desire to journal, but wanting something that worked with my style, my desire for something a little simpler and low barrier. But the point is, you don't need to buy expensive journals and planners with all kinds of prompts and goals to do this type of journaling. All you need is a notebook. It's accessible and it gets you in the habit of checking in with your thoughts and feelings on a more regular basis if you're not already inclined to do that. Side note, I have a very specific type of journal that I prefer, This is my new one for 2025. At the end of every year, one of my favorite little rituals is going and getting a new journal for the next year, along with a calendar. I like a wall calendar. I'm very analog. Those who know me know. I like my journals to be spiral bound so that when you open them, they lay flat. Much nicer writing experience that way. And ideally, I like them to have a perforation on the page so that when I want to tear a page out, because sometimes it also doubles as a regular old notebook. So I'll start tearing pages from the back when I need a page. Having that perforation makes a nice clean edge. I'm not a perfectionist or anything. What? No.
You need that nice clean edge.
You need that nice clean edge. See, like there's a pattern too. There's a nice like aesthetic. Oh my God, finer things. See? It's gotta be on brand. Anyway, I like what I like. All right, that's it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. I make video essays like this one. I like to talk about minimalism and intentional living. And I also make videos about sustainable style. I hope to see you back here soon. Bye.